Hey guys, it's your friend Bougie Brie. I want to do an update on all my panning projects that I'm doing this year. We're gonna start with my personal panning project that I'm doing, not associated with anybody else, it's just my own thing. The first, I did 19 and 19, 19 items, 19 pans, something like that in 2019. So the first one that I've already completed is the Secret Wonder hand lotion from Bath & Body. I have had this forever and it was time to get used up and it's all used up. So that one's out of the way. Really happy about that. Then the next one is the Ed Hardy. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Ed Hardy Villain perfume. I know Ed Hardy is like really cheap and cheesy, but I love this perfume and it is completely gone. Okay, the next was the blush from the original Tarte Contour Kit. I got this contour kit in 2016. I've had it for a long time, and I've made some headway on it. I'm working on this lighter contour shade, this darker contour shade, and this blush. As soon as I hit pan, I will be happy with it, and I will move on to something else. So we've made some headway. If you can see, let me show you again. See, there's some dips, and this one, and we got pan here, so that's good. Then the next one is I want to completely pan this. This was in my panning project last year. This is the Becca highlighter in Opal. I want to completely pan it. I actually dropped it, and you can see I pressed it back together. I'm trying to really get rid of this. It's wonderful. I love it, though. And the next one would be the Naked Skin One and Done foundation. I've had this for a pretty long time, and I didn't realize what it was. I like full coverage, double wear type foundation, and this is more of a like light wear, and I thought it would be perfect for the summer, and it's a better color for me in the summer, so we're gonna work on this one too. Then we have the Modern Renaissance. I am not a fan of the Modern Renaissance. It's a nice palette, but it's not my favorite, so I'm trying to get some use out of it. The ones that I'm working on are Burnt Orange, which is this one right here. And then I'm working on Primavera, which is this one, which I'm pretty confident I can get through in a year. And then the last one is Venetian Red, which is this beautiful shade right here. So I've made some headway on this, but not a lot, not enough. Then I have the Love Luxe Drenched Metals highlighting palette. I love this palette, and mine kind of, several shades kind of broke apart, and so I had to put it in this. And the shades that I'm panning are this one right here, which you can see I have some use. This one right here, the purple, and this beautiful gold, which I absolutely have some dips in. These are beautiful shades, so that's in my project. Then we're going to be working on the Natasha Denona Tin Pan eyeshadow palette. I'm working on 3 shades in here. I'm working on this purple shade, which is gorgeous. I'm working on, let's see, this gold shade right here, or goldish bronze shade, and this purple shade. So hopefully we can get some more use out of those. Then I am working on, we got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Blink Electric Eyes palette. And I haven't used it, but I have really wanted to. So I picked a color that I would be a little bit easier for me to pan, which is the red. Haven't really gotten too much use on that. And then the last couple of things, 18, 19, and then I have an extra one. That's not it, hold on. Where'd it go? Where did it go? I don't know what happened to it. This is not the one. I don't know what happened to it. Well, I'm going to definitely, there's 2 shades that I'm gonna be working on. Let's see if I put it up. My goodness, what did I do with it? Did I put it back in the drawer? I don't know what I did with it. Well, there's 2 shades that I'm working on from Wet n Wild. It's the Creme Brulee and the shade Nutty. And then the last shade that I'm gonna be working on is the shade Cover from the Naked Basics 2. You can see there's a dip in that one. So we've made some headway. I don't know what happened to that other palette. It just disappeared. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one that we're working on, and let me show you, in my personal 19 and 19, I found what I was looking for. I am working on this shade from Wet n Wild, which almost is gone, and this one. So that's from my personal project. Then I'm participating in a project called Pan as Old as Time. And I kind of went back and forth over which one I wanted to do. If I wanted to do the Naked palette, or if I wanted to do, just there was a couple that were kind of in the running. And then I was like, well, this would be make sense because I have a backup of this. So my Pan as Old as Time is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts. So this is with Pantastic Collabs. I have made some considerable, we got a dent here. A dent. I love this shade. This is Royal Highness. This is beautiful. These shades down here have some dips. So I am using this. I'm using it every Sunday, and then as much as I can throughout the week. So the next one that I'm participating in is Mean Girls. And the first one, it asked for you to do something pink. And I already had some pan in this one, but I was able to complete the pearlescent pink from Wet n Wild. And then it asked you something that made you feel cool. I love this eyeliner from Style. It is so beautiful. Do you see that? It's really pretty. It makes me feel cool. So this is the one I'm working on. I still have quite a ways to go. I use it almost every day. And then it asked for something that makes you feel skinny. I picked a contour kit. Now, I haven't used this one too much, unfortunately, but there is some wear. You see, I've used this one a little bit and this one. So we're working on it. The next one says something that shows off your wild side. So I picked a shade from the Natasha Denona Lila palette in Pur Pure. And I think it's this one. This shade right here, which does have some use, which is good. Then it asks for something mouse theme or colored. And so I picked something black because I'm thinking of Mickey Mouse and him being black. And I have the black shade from the Kat Von D Shade Light and Glimmer. I haven't really used this too much, but we're gonna get busy on it. Then something that is a comfort item. I picked my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I've completed this one. This one is empty. Then it's something that doesn't belong in your collection. This is kind of funny. I have the Nikkie Tutorials eyeshadow palette with Too Faced. I don't know why I have it. It's actually not that good, but I'm using this bronzer in this palette. Then we have a product that will not leave your collection no matter how much you use it. And so I picked my Natasha Denona Blue Purple palette, and I picked the shade Chromatic, which is my favorite shade in this palette, this one right here, which you can see I've gotten some use. Then it says, let's see, something you bought because of someone else. I picked the Nubian. A friend of mine from Juvia's Place went on and on about this palette, and I picked it up, and I also have a backup, and this is the shade that I'm working on. You see I've got some use in that one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's start with Golden Girls Project. This is also with Pantastic Collabs. The first one that I have is Something Golden. This is a pigment that I absolutely love from Kat Von D. This is the pigment Profit that was in the Serpentina palette. It is so beautiful. I really love that, so that's one of mine. And I've used probably a third of it. Then I picked, it says something rose themed, sweet or silly. I picked this blush that I already am working on in another Pantastic collabs. I'm using this blush for this one. Then a good lipstick or good blush. I think this is one of the first blushes I ever bought, and I've purchased it like 3 times, and I've already panned it, the Pearlescent Pink from Wet n Wild. A sample sized older product in your collection. I picked this coconut primer from First Aid Beauty, and I have not used it, so we need to get on that one. Then something Miami themed. Let's see, think bright pinks, greens, blues, yellows, tropical color. So of course, I went and picked up my electric palette, and I'm using the color Freak, which is this. This is one of my oldest palettes, and I really want to get some use out of this one. Then the next one says throwback gimmicky, something throwback and gimmicky. So I picked the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. This, of course, is extremely gimmicky with the hearts and it's just overdone. And I picked the shade, let's see, Bonbon Molasses Chip. Yeah, this one right here, which I have not used. I'm in a lot of projects, so I can't get them all done, but I'm getting there. Then it says something in sweet packaging or smells sweet. So of course I picked the semi-sweet, and I picked the shade Truffled, which is this one right here. And I have to say, I've been doing some painting projects here and there, and Too Faced stuff is very densely packed, so it's hard to make some headway on those. Then it says, traveling salesman, pick a travel size product. And I already used it. It was the Stila Mini eyeliner. Then Stan the Man. It says, pick a product that you love, you have a love-hate relationship with. I would say the Natasha Denona Lila palette was definitely one. This has a different formulation than the other Natasha Denona palettes, and I don't like this one as much, but I am working on the shade Amethyst. This one right here. And the last one says, pick a skincare body product that leaves you glowing inside out. I already finished it. It is the Soap and Glory Smoothie Breakfast Scrub. And it is absolutely 100% empty. So, really happy about that one. I was able to get that done. So let's go to the next one. The next one is titled Bite My Shiny Metal Pan. So it asks for something that is, oh, I didn't write down this one. Let's see. Oh, okay. It says the rules are some of us never grow up without watching more cartoons than are meant for adults, like The Simpsons, Futurama, Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. There are endless options to get inspiration, whether it's from a quote, colors of an outfit, landmarks, iconic episodes that have etched their name in pop culture. You may pick as many products as you want to relate to the topic. So what I did is I picked the jet black shade from the shade Light Eye, which I do have a dent in. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. To represent Bob's Burgers Clogs. Then I picked the electric palette, the shade Freak, to represent the Simpsons Power Plant Sewage, which is this one I've already working on. Then I picked the electric palette Revolt shade to represent the color of Roger. So it's this silver shade, which I do have pan. Then I picked a shade out of the Huda Beauty Amethyst palette. It doesn't have any names of the shades, so I picked this color to represent Peggy Hill's Purple Shorts. And then I picked, and I've got some use on these, I really worked hard on these. The Simpsons, the color of their skin, I picked this gold shade from NYX, which does have a little bit of pan. And then the last one is the Wet n Wild Creme Brulee single shadow that I'm already working on to represent Peter Griffin's shirt. So let's go to the next one. My last panning project is called Musical Pans, and it goes under the guidelines of using musicals to represent cerpan things that you want to pan. So I picked Evita, Buenos Aires. I picked the Sasha Buttercup. It's supposed to represent something bright, and it's a brightening powder. So, and then I picked Grease Lightning, a product that you know you'll use up quickly. I picked the Peach Perfect powder, which I just opened this like last week. I love this powder, it's great. Then I picked, what was this, Heathers, something that that'll make you think of a unicorn. This is a Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palette that I use as a highlighter. It's really beautiful, so it makes me feel like a unicorn. And then the last one I picked was from Les Miserables, a product that you like even though no one else does. And I picked the, where did it go? Where did you run off to? There it is. I picked the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. No one ever talks about this, but this was my first foundation that I absolutely fell in love with. So those are all of my panning projects and all the progress that I've made. I know it's a lot of stuff, but I have a lot of makeup, and so I wanted to get some use out of it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I know you have other things you'd rather be doing than hanging out with me, but I do appreciate it. If you're having a rough time, you know, hang on, tie a knot in that rope and hold on. Things get real, they get different, they get real fucking different. So hang on for life. I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.